application. So first thing, all of my cousins, we have 26 first cousins. 25 of them are postgraduates, and about 3 or 4 of them are PhDs, all at top levels. I'm the only guy, an exception, who did only my BSc Computer Science, started to look out for a job. Various reasons. Dad retired in '93, and I didn't want to bank on him for a long time. Then I figured out that this is not the way I have to build up my career. So I came to Bangalore in search of a job. I got into software testing, right? And since then I have been in testing. Did a lot of quite an amount of testing in web applications, pocket PCs, and mobile apps, right? If you've heard about the Open Web Application Security Project, OWASP, did you hear that project? OWASP.org. It was started in 2000. So primary concentration of the project is web application security, and it's an open source project. You have loads of open source tools for your web apps and things like that. So for the testing guidebook, 1, 2, I co-authored the testing guidebook too. So I've been in that testing space for a long time, and healthcare is my primary concentration of domain because that's my interest area. I didn't want to move away from healthcare. And joined Cerner in 2000 as one of the first 10 members of the company, and today we are about 650. And I manage the consulting teams for Cerner India. So that's why I gave you my background, is to tell you that I've been sticking with software testing for last 8 years now, no, 10 years now. This is 2010, right? And 2 years I did development before that, and even today, at a very minimal level, I do a little bit of coding, not much, but I love breaking things. I would try to think out of the box. So what you're going to see here is a culmination of 2 things. One is, this lady, I'm sorry, how many of you have seen this book? Will It Fly? Alright, this is about $750 or $650 or whatever. I bought it on a great Flipkart, right? 1,000 now? Okay, so I bought it on Flipkart. Usually they give you a little bit of discount. So Will It Fly? So Carla, if you go back to her background, Carla is an MBA graduate. She came out in 2003 or 2002, sometime like that, and was trying to figure out, I mean, like most of us who do MBA, trying to come out and search for a job. She was really hitting the wall. She was not able to do anything much. Over a conversation of coffee with her friend, right, who was setting up a boutique or something, she was thinking out of the box, and that's how this idea struck her. Like, why can't I look at these aspects? So what I'm going to talk now is a culmination of her thoughts and my thoughts, right? Probably I didn't write to her, taking her permission to talk about it here, but I'm still using some of her words and some of her thought process because I felt it makes a lot of sense, right? Before I go in, I'm not going to talk anything technical out here. Everything what we know internally, right? Probably we will not put it outside or whatever. The first major thing is, these are the questions we would want to work on, research on, and do our homework and take it forward. We usually don't take it because we take things for granted. All right, tell me one thing. All of you here have definitely a 2-wheeler or a 4-wheeler? Definitely, right? How many of you have taken a paper, right, written your budget, how much can you contribute for your 2-wheeler or 4-wheeler for the loan? I mean, if it's a down payment, fantastic. You have savings, you can put it that also. Right? How many of you have compared 2, 3 vehicles before making the choice? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Less than still 50%. Okay, let's say remaining have shied away from lifting the hand. 50% of us. If we don't go back to the paper, right? We are out of paper world these days. We really don't write it down, right? What matters to us, what we actually need, right? And we just go ahead and do what we want. But what I'm trying to say here is, when you're validating your idea, let it be a business plan, let it be your simple life. You want to go on a Europe holiday, right? Is it a good value of money to go on Kuoni Travels or some Cox and Kings, or you want to go to Europe, or you want to go to Australia, right? Climate comparison, food comparison, right? Most of us, I mean, I eat anything and everything under the sun which does not have meat. Right? So I have had a lot of challenges in that, but still, we have to look at what we want and then go on. So this will probably give you a refresher course kind of a stuff. Nothing is new to you. I'm telling you, there's nothing you're going to take away. Great, right? But it will definitely refresh you, and I'm sure my experiences will help you a little bit in streamlining your thought process. The slides, I know they're not clear, but I'll still leave it here. So what's an idea? So trying to define what is it. How many of you try to Google what is an idea? Simple. You try to Google. So what definition did you get out of it? What is idea?
So new combination of existing.
First, let's have the fundamentals clear before we get on to the next level. What is an idea? I've gone through a couple of links. I found this definition to be very apt in our lives practically. The transcript, image or a picture, all right, of a visible object, that is formed by the mind. That is formed by the mind. A visible object which is formed by the mind. All right. Also, a similar image of the object, whatever, whether sensible or spiritual. Either sensible or spiritual. Everything culminates back to whatever. We believe in it, we don't believe in it, right? But it transforms back to the spiritual part and the mind part. So anything, what you can visualize, visibly see of object as your idea should be a reality. You should be able to see it in front of you. Period. If you are not able to see it, go home. Go home. You want to eat Chinese today. Lunch is Chinese, right? And you're very clear, you want to eat noodles. If you can't imagine the noodles in your mind, there is no point in going to the Chinese restaurant. It's waste of time, waste of money. You're killing your time, you're killing this space. Right? So the fundamental part, right, what kind of noodles are you going to eat is a secondary aspect. Right? But the imaginary part of the noodle, you can't go to eat something imaginary. Okay, I told you vada pav, right? You have no idea what vada pav is. I mean, all of us would have experienced, friends tell, hey, that dish is good in that restaurant. We go without an imagination, right? I mean, I myself didn't know what vada pav was until I went to Bangalore, right? So everybody, it's bread and what do you call aloo ka curry. I said, okay, bread and aloo curry. Okay, I imagined a bread slice and aloo in between and another bread slice on the top. It turned out to be something similar. It's a bun. It's not actually a bread slice, but it's a bun, right? So something you will have. And if you are not having that imaginary object or the picture of your idea, step back. Step back, don't take the next step. You need to have that end result. It can be very vague. Let's not bother about the beautification of the product or something like that. As long as you can see it in your mind, that's when you start the journey. And when you start the journey, right, okay, before I go on, and before you start the journey, the first thing, definitely all of us go shopping, right? We know we're in economic turmoil, we don't know if you're getting salary hike this year or not or whatever. So you go to the shop, you love this beautiful Samsung 46-inch LCD TV, right? You want to buy LED TV. Let me put it LED because I have a good learning with LED, right? Why should you buy an LED TV? Why shouldn't you buy? Please don't tell me. I mean, I hope no Samsung, LG, Sony guys are here. They're going to kill me, right? Why should you not buy an LED? Until unless you have sufficient reserves in your money, bank account. Why should you not buy an LED TV? I mean, I'll take my example, alright? I'm going to buy an LED TV today, a lakh of rupees. I'm definitely going on an EMI scheme. I can't pay cash down. I don't have 1 lakh in my bank account. I mean, for a TV, right? So I'll definitely go for an 8-month 0% interest or some credit card or something like that. Which is what you should not do with LED. Why?
Because it gets outdated.
No. No. Everything gets outdated. Come on, which bike are you using or which car are you using?
In the context of EMI.
No, which car or bike are you using? I'll get back. Let's say, okay, go ahead. Let me not pitch it too much. Go ahead.
Sir, which car?
Which car, vehicle, whichever you're using.
Using Desire.
Desire? Are you sure this is the sustainable model of Desire in the next 3 years? Then where do you buy?